Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that I do it, number one, is that I help people to realize that what they consider to be their soul is the Spirit of God, and therefore God lives inside of you, and all you have to do is take possession of your soul, just like you would any other part of your body, and you become God, people, and you can co-create with the Spirit of God. I am also providing financial freedom for billions of people across this world, and the way that we do it, people, is realizing that human beings and people is the greatest asset in this world. You know what I'm saying? We are the greatest asset, people, and it's just a matter of time before we figure out ways how to get paid, how to exist, so it's like, that's how we're going to make that happen, people. I am also creating 1,000,000 millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is to stay focused on your purpose and assignment. It's like, it's a crazy times, people. This world is designed with all kinds of distractions, all kind of things to make people feel good, because they understand that people live for comfort and pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So there's all kind of distractions to feed you those in the short term, but in the long term you miss sometime the mark. And it's like right now, it's crazy times out here, man. Like I was watching a couple feeds where, these pastors, man, or these bishops, who's supposed to were religious leaders. I didn't say spiritual leaders, but religious leaders are like really here, man, just robbing people blind, man, taking advantage of them. Like, this lady, she was up on stage with her son, and she was pledging, I think it was $1,200 something to this pastor's ministry, and this man had the freaking nerve to tell her that ain't enough, and goes to embarrass her because she could not and did not have enough money to sow or give his ministry, which really most of the time is for their own personal gains. And the part that bothers me the most about it, people, is that this is what happened with crowd mentality, is that you lose sight of what's right or wrong, because as the pastor was embarrassing this lady in front of the entire congregation, you had a lot of people that was there, like making the situation worse. You know what I mean? It's like almost ignoring pastor. It's like, what the heck is going on, man? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's people out here that, because of government shutdown, they don't have money to pay their bills. They are struggling, and for this man, supposed to be a man of God, to embarrass this lady like this, it's just crazy, man. Another one, this guy had a gold, looked like a freaking Bentley inside his church, and it's like, God got this for us. Somebody in the congregation say, can I drive it? He said, heck no. It's like, it's crazy, man. It's like a comedy show out here, man. It's like freaking, except it's not funny, people. Like, these are the people that's been leading people astray for a long time, man. And it's like, the time, people, for you to awake and realize what's going on, man. It's like, everything is designed to distract you. It's like wow factor, shock factor. It's like the news, you know what I'm saying? It's like how much crazy and bizarre things can get to draw your attention. People, your energy, your attention is your energy. And that's what they feed off of. You see what I'm saying? So the moment you pull back on your energy, which is your attention, and you focus on the things that are aligned with God, then those things eventually disappear, because you're starving them of energy. you know? And it's like, that's why it's so critically important, man, to align yourself with your purpose and assignment that God have over your life. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry yourself too much about things of this world or trying to join up in herds. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to like groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this whole fad, like the young lady that sang that song, I get paid to be, you know, I get paid to exist. Like, I genuinely love that song, and I love the wave that promotes, because it promotes positive thinking. You know what I'm saying? And people having positive expectations in their life. I love that. And even this other fad about the groups or Group 7 or whatever the case is, where that stuff is all over my feed and a lot of other light workers' feed. Listen, I'm not opposed to that stuff, people, as long as it is an alignment with what God purpose is for your life or the assignment that God have for you, people. But make sure you're not like the people in that church when that lady paid the $1,200 to sow into his ministry, and he embarrassed her, and the people was there laughing at the lady and basically making the situation worse. So just be careful, man, that any group you get involved in is just a warning to you, people, that you never lose sight of God's purpose for your life. Because if you ask me, I think the greatest gift I hear is the gift that God is offering this world. And it's stuff that money can't buy. It's genuine peace, to feel a calm in the midst of a freaking storm. Like, that to me is priceless. To feel genuine joy, happiness bursting through you in all circumstances. To feel a genuine sense of love, where you're filled with love, people, where you become love, in the sense that people will genuinely love you, and you genuinely love and have compassion for people, even people you ain't never met. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's genuine unconditional love, man. You know what I'm saying? And to have that, to me, that is priceless. You can't buy that, people. You know, and to have favor over your life, people, you know, favor, man, where you have the ability, you know, to be in rooms that you've never even heard of, to have opportunities coming to hunt you down versus you going to chase opportunities. Blessings, people, where you have the ability to where anything you touch turns to gold, man. It has no choice but to succeed. These are gifts, people, that God have for your life as you become your higher self. That's the catch, is that you must become your higher self, people. You know, it's like, stay focused on that, people. That is your assignment. That is your purpose here, is to become your soul. Your soul, you have it, but if you don't know about it or you don't use it, then what use is it to you? It's just there. I want you to tap into that, people, and realize that the way you become your soul is you must continuously work on yourself, elevate yourself, you know, work on your characteristics, work on your daily routine, work on tapping into the spirit, working on praying on a profusely basis, if you ask me, multiple times a day. You know, really seeking the face of the Spirit of God that resides inside of you, people. That is your purpose for being here, man, because that's the only way you'll become the highest version of yourself. And not to mention the protection, people, the protection that God offers. It really is there to insulate you and protect you from any harm or danger, whether it's physical, mental, or otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Or spiritual, especially. You know, you have that protection over your life, man. These are the gifts and promise of God. And I don't want you to lose focus, people. Don't get yourself so distracted by the things of this world that you go back into sleep mode like we've been doing for centuries. You know what I mean? This is our time to stay awoken, people. Like, be awake. Be aware of the times we're in. Be aware of the things that are happening around you, and figuring out how you can help to elevate the consciousness of this new world that we're creating, which is indeed heaven on earth. You know, I think you get the message, man. I really just want you to not lose sight, people. Realize, again, the most important thing I hear is realizing that, you know, God is indeed using this collective to create heaven on earth. And the way we do it, people, is that we have to, become our higher versions of ourselves. We have that ability right now. It's just that we have to go from the low frequencies in this 3D world that we've been and elevate ourselves to being the higher version of ourselves so we can exist in the 5D realm, in the fifth dimension, which is the spiritual realm, people, which is where I live every day. And that's where I want you to get to be. I live in both worlds. My physical body is here, but I'm spiritually, mentally, and emotionally and otherwise in the 5D realm. And all I'm doing is working on how to merge my 3D experience along with my 5D experience, people. And that's what I'm here to share and teach and treat and show you how to do over time as you come back and watch these videos every day. But never lose sight, people, of why you're here. You're here to become your higher self. You're here to become the Spirit of God by becoming your soul, people, which is you becoming the higher and greatest version of yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can help with co-creating heaven on earth, which is God's will and purpose for this world. Don't lose sight, people. Always remember your purpose for being here, and definitely never lose sight of your assignment that God have given to you. I'm going to leave it at that, man. Shout out to my co-creators, man, of Heaven and Earth International. This is obviously the collective that understand that energy is everything and everything is energy. And, the way we do it, people, is that because we understand that energy is everything, we are intentionally making sure that every single day, people, we are intentionally, purposefully injecting positivity into this world, man. And the way we do it is by speaking life into people, speaking blessings into people's lives, and find ways to inspire and motivate people to be the greatest version of themselves. And obviously leading by example also. We understand that the world begins within. The world outside of us is nothing more than a mirror of the world that's going on inside of you. So we understand that on a daily basis, we must be improving. We must develop ourselves. And that's the way we become our greatest version ourselves over time. And people, I say this much, man. Fad comes and go. But you know what never comes and go, people, is the Spirit of God, man. God has been here since the beginning, and he'll be here till the freaking end. So never lose sight of that, man. And always remember, people, your purpose, man, and your assignment. For people in this collective, the way you become a member of this collective, number one, is that you must choose to believe that you are your soul, because that's how you become the Spirit of God that's in you, people, and you get to co-create this new world with the Spirit of God. Number two, people, is that, yes, you follow my social media pages. You watch my videos every day, because as you watch my videos every day, there's divine messages that's coded to speak directly to your soul, people. As I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to your bodily flesh. I am speaking to your soul, people. And as I speak to your soul, it's raising the Spirit of God inside of you, man. That's what's happening, people. And that's how you become your higher self over time, because the Spirit will continue to do its work inside of you as I speak on a daily basis. Number three, people, is definitely speak your truth. And always remember this, people. This new world that we are creating, the currency is authenticity. And you speaking your truth is not talking about your present circumstances, because everybody got problems, people, which is what most people is experiencing right now. And you can focus on your problem, but I don't suggest it. The truth that I want you to speak is I want you to speak of the vision that God have given you, and which is normally drastically different than what you have right now. And that's the beauty of it, is you speak that thing into being. And as you do that, people, and people watch you go after your goals and dreams, what you're doing is you're inspiring people, because they're realizing that you're fearlessly, courageously working on doing the work that is necessary to become the highest version of yourself. And whether they admit it to you or not, they want that for themselves also, because who don't want the blessings of God over their life? They all do. You see what I'm saying? So you focus on doing that, people. You speak your truth, because there's millions and billions of people eventually that is waiting for your breakthrough. Just like you watch mine and you get your breakthrough, believe me, you are the cause and the matter for a lot of other people. So get busy speaking your truth, people. Again, your truth is the visions that God has shown you, not your present circumstances. I don't need you to talk about that. You know what they are. Those are your problems. Work on those. I want you to focus on the solutions to your problems, which is the vision that God has given you. That's how God help you to change your life, people. You know? Anyways, man, shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide, man. Obviously, people, you know my mandate is to unite the Caribbean and Africa. And the way we do it, people, is by intentionally choosing to stand united, man. We are choosing to work together. We are choosing to grow together. You know, one of the ideas, the things that came to mind last night, and I want to touch on it real quick, is, you know, the fact that Abraham Traore said he don't want that money from Jamaica. I was like, well, dang. If Jamaica have that money that we was going to sow as a seed, why not sow it into the people of Jamaica and create means and opportunity to basically benefit Africa the same? Here's what that looks like. We can definitely, for one, Abraham Traore, there's a lot of lessons to learn from over there. This man that go from freaking a nation that need food to having surplus where he's exporting in less than 2-3 years. This man bought hundreds or thousands of tractors. Now they manufacture their own tractors to plow the land because they understand food security is critically important. Why not sharing that knowledge? Why not import equipment from Burkina Faso to Jamaica? Why not do that? He won't accept the money, invest in his country by trading with them. Buy goods from Africa, you know? Not just Burkina Faso, but, you know, some of these electric cars, why don't we buy them from Kenya or whoever else? Burkina Faso got their own cars too. I'm just saying, import them from there versus, you know, just China. That's one way we could support Africa. So it's like you can use that money to create massive trade, man. Invest in farming tremendously, where we subsidize our farmers, like I keep saying, make it more affordable. Give them land to work, man. You know what I'm saying? We can lease it out to them. We can actually, you know, where we give it to them on consignment, and as their crops produce, we share in the profits. I mean, there's so many ideas that's out here, man. But why don't we invest that $600 million that we was going to give to Burkina Faso? The fact that they don't want the money, why don't we use that money as Jamaican and invest it in educating our people for the jobs of the future? Why don't we continue to build housing so everybody in Jamaica have affordable housing? And I know we've been doing good with these module homes and so forth, but why don't we create means to where, you know, we can give better loans to people on better terms, you know, so they can actually start businesses, do, you know, invest in the farmers, giving them cheap loans, you know, providing, just paying better, higher wages. I mean, there's so much things we could do with that money, people, that would make a tremendous difference, not only in Jamaica, but we can use that money to invest in Jamaica and use that to create massive trade with Africa, you know, and that way we're prospering them as we grow. So we're all growing together. Why don't we do that with the money, you know? And even if you don't use all 600 million, damn, even if you use 100 million, how much more difference Jamaica can change within the next 5 years if we use that money to invest in the future of Jamaica, to be one of the most digitally equipped economy, you know what I'm saying? AI technology, all that stuff, man, massively invest in that. Stem cell research, massively do that. Turn Jamaica into the Silicon Valley, not just for freaking the Caribbean, but the world, because anything that they can decide to do, we become and is the greatest at it. Why not? That's the mindset, you know? Let's do it, people. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's do it, you know? I'm going to leave it there, man. But bottom line is, let's create more trade between Africa and the Caribbean and more collaboration. And wherever they're strongest at, let's learn from them. Whatever we do better than them, teach it to them. I think it was Kenya that sent over their finance people to Jamaica, and they learned about the Jamaica stock market. I think it was for like a run of 5 years where we had one of the best, highest performing stock market in the world. And I think it's something, I don't know the percentage, but it's damn sure way up there. Maybe 70-80% of the countries in the stock exchange are all local business right there in Jamaica. And that's a model that Africa and all the other Caribbean islands can model from. So it's like we have so many, everybody combined, we have all the answers, man. We just have to work together to solve all our problems, people. And I think we need to get busy doing that. You know what I mean? I think we need to get really busy doing that. I'm gonna cut it off there, man. United we stand, people. Divided we fall. Let's stop being divided and let's choose intentionally to unite, man. We're always going to choose to be our brothers and sisters keepers. And also, most important is that each one teach one. Whatever anybody's doing is good, you teach it to the others. And remember that we're always as strong as our weakest link. So let's go ahead and get busy strengthening across the board, man. My declarations over your life, people. Number one is that you are a millionaire. You are married to the person of your dreams. You have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God inside of you will continue to rise. And I pray, people, that you never, ever lose sight of God's purpose and an assignment for your life, man. You know, to God be all the glory and praise, people. Everything we do is to the glory of God, man, not ourselves, and damn sure not for this world. You see what I'm saying? So never lose sight of that purpose. Don't get caught up in all the freaking distractions around you. Focus on God's mission and purpose for your life, people. Y'all have a great day, man. We'll talk tomorrow.